To traverse any long and arduous journey successfully, we need knowledge of the path and the means for reaching there. The journey of life is no different. To reach our desired goal, we need knowledge of the way. But in this world where ignorance abounds in every step, and there is deceit and trickery in every corner, what is the way to unearth authentic and reliable knowledge? In 1997, a 14-year-old schoolboy called Nathan Zohner presented a project in the annual science fair of his school. The theme of his project was that a very harmful chemical was being used in society and he wanted it to be banned. The chemical under consideration was DHMO, also called hydroxyl acid or dihydrogen monoxide. Nathan presented before his friends that this chemical was a constituent of cancer tumors. He also expressed that it was an ingredient of acid rain. It had a known erosive impact upon the soil and the environment. It was known to corrode and rust many metals. In its gaseous form, it had the ability to cause burns, and every year many people would die from it. If ingested, it would lead to urination and bloating. People who consumed it, if they gave it up, they would experience severe symptoms of withdrawal leading all the way up to death. Hearing all that, his classmates were shocked as this evil chemical. And then Zohner went on to say, despite its ill effects, it is being used in nuclear power plants. It is used as an industrial solvent. It is utilized in the manufacture of styrofoam. It is a regular ingredient in a variety of junk foods. The students were aghast. Zohner said, "Will you all join me in an effort to get this chemical banned?" 43 out of 50 students, they consented. He then revealed to them that DHMO, dihydrogen monoxide, is nothing but the chemical name for water or H2O. Zohner had not told a lie. He had not distorted the facts. He had presented scientific evidence. But by selectively presenting the facts and hiding others, he had misled his classmates to a wrong conclusion. Recognizing this experiment, the journalist James Glassman coined the term Zohnerism, which is so commonly utilized by the media, by politicians, by conspiracy theorists, where they use the facts but present them so selectively to mislead the public in reaching a skewed conclusion. So when there is so much of Zohnerism all around us, how can we reach good and reliable knowledge? We need to understand the limitations of our intellect and go beyond it. Let me help you realize that through a joke. One Gopal, Cowboy, he used to milk his cow daily. That Indian Gorani had long horns, and this particular one, because of a deformity, had the horns bending inwards. So there was a gap between the two horns and the top of the head. Every day while milking, he used to look at that gap and think, can my head pass through it or not? After 1.5 years, the temptation was irresistible. He caught the horns of the cow and shoved his head in. It did go, but the cow got startled. It started lifting its hind legs. Now that created pressure on his neck. To release it, he grasped the neck of the cow. The poor cow started jumping. He thought, I'm going to die. He screamed, save me! The villagers came to his rescue. They grabbed the cow and pulled his head out from there. They said, my dear fellow, what's wrong with you? Aviveka paramapadam. Before doing anything, you should think. Did you not think before putting your head there? He said, who says I did not think? I thought for 1.5 years and then I did it. The problem was, even though he had thought deeply, the machine with which he was thinking, his buddhi, the intellect, was limited and defective. In this regard, the Srimad Bhagavatam states, Anadya vidya yuktasya purushasya atma vedanam swatona sambhavadanyas tattvagyo jnanado bhavet. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains to Uddhav that since endless lifetimes, the intellect of the soul is covered by nescience. This cannot go by self-analysis. There is need for receiving knowledge from a perfect source, which is the Vedic scriptures. And these sacred texts must be understood from a seer of the truth, which is the true Guru. These Vedas are called apaurushaya because no human has created them. God manifested them at the beginning of creation. They came down by the oral tradition from Guru to disciple. Hence, a second name for them is Shruti, or knowledge received through the ear. 5,000 years ago, at the beginning of Kali Yuga, Vedavyas realized that the people of this age are not Shruti-dhari. They cannot remember just by hearing. So he put the Vedas down and divided them into 4. But he is not their writer. The Vedas have emanated from God himself. They are the perfect source of knowledge. And as per the Vedas themselves, Acharyavan Purusho Hi Veda, understand this vast, sacred reservoir of divine knowledge through the via media of a seer, a realized Guru who has seen the truth.